Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 9th episode of the Defiance Central Podcast. I said it right this time. With me, as usual, is Carl.
Hello, everyone.
And Matt as well.
What's up?
And, of course, I'm Jenbuu. So, guys, it's nearly here.
36 hours earlier today, which makes it, about 32 hours?
Something like that.
Something like that.
We are recording this late on the 31st of March, so it is not very long at all.
I almost said T minus 24 hours, but I caught myself. Almost made a terrible mistake. For some reason, I thought that I thought it was Monday, and I thought it was coming out tonight for a brief second, but my hopes were quickly shattered by realizing it was still Sunday.
I think we may have to do a minus clock on the website or something when it comes to 24 hours.
Yeah.
We can do that. That's okay.
Yeah.
Code is already there for Gamescom.
Aye.
Yeah, we do have one already, don't we? Just got to mess with it.
Yep.
Right then, with it coming around the corner, and with us having two choices of where to play, where will the majority of us be playing? Do we know yet?
I know. But does Cal know?
Are you going to tell us?
Oh, I'll be playing North American. Stereotypical North American resident plays on the North American server. Of course, stereotypical.
For those who follow us on Twitter, you know why I said that. For those who don't, you should follow us on Twitter.
Not yet, Matt.
Almost. Me and Cal always bicker on Twitter. It's pretty funny.
Cal, where are you thinking of playing?
I am going to start on the EU servers, and I will be creating a North American character to play and abuse Matt in PvP probably the week after or something like that.
Oh, lovely.
Everybody's got to abuse Matt. What's your name going to be in Matt?
Matt Trek.
Anybody that kills Matt Trek and gets a screenshot of it, please send it our way.
I've still got the keychain I wanted to give away. Dota 2 keychain. It's a nice keychain.
Myself, I still probably haven't decided yet, because I know the majority of bar Cal, the majority of my friends are playing on the North American servers. And
have fun with your friend.
Well, it depends what you're like. No, but again, I'll probably be making one on both servers anyway, and going from there.
Yeah, I'll probably make one on the EU server just to if Cal's streaming and wants people to join him. I mean, I can. There's no trouble making two characters.
Right then. So it's been a busy week for me anyway. It's been a busy week for the Defiance guys, with only being a week left. Less than that now, as you're saying, 36 hours. I had the honor of traveling over to San Diego to meet the development team and play the game, and also interview some people. I have the names of the people here. I spoke to Bill. Bill was cool, as I drop my things. Tony, Martin, Chris, I can never pronounce his surname, so Skulder, and also Bill Tost. And they're pretty sweet dudes. They're really nice people. You met them at Gamescom, didn't you, Cal?
I met Tony at Gamescom, yes.
Did you meet Bill as well?
No, Bill wasn't at Gamescom, so let's all make sure Bill makes it to Gamescom this
year. Tony is the level designer in charge of the PvP. So he's basically in charge of all the different matches that we will be playing, and the PvP guru kind of guy. So hats off to him. I think he's done a fantastic job of the PvP matches. Especially the maps.
Yeah, I've said it a bunch of times, but the PvP matches that we've seen on the press events were pretty in depth with where you can go, where you can shoot from, and that sort of stuff. So I really like that aspect of his work, to be honest.
Did you play the beta much, Matt? And did you get on the PvP side?
Yeah, I played. I was pretty active during the last beta event, and I actually do really enjoy PvP. And I'm usually not a big PvP guy when it comes to MMOs, but I mean, obviously this is a shooter, so it's more up my alley. I enjoy it a lot.
I had lots of people trying to kill me. And I think we have an announcement due for that as well.
Have you finally decided who the winner is on that?
We know who the winner is. For the record, this was the worst idea for a contest ever because going through all that game footage was way more work than I expected. With well, it's only 3 days worth of game footage. Well, going through 3 games worth of game footage at my pace takes me about 3 days. So yeah, I finally went through the game footage. There were quite a few people who killed me, but not a hell of a lot who signed up on our website. I did a random through the ones that signed up, and Mr. Curtis Cox is the proud winner of a USB stick.
So right, we will be finding him. Well, I'll probably find him over the next couple of days, and I've got a few other things to send out anyway. So, congratulations! What is it, Mr. Curtis Cox?
No, with a X-ray on the end.
X-ray Cox.
Dutch pronunciation for the win. At the moment, I saw his name pop up. I was like, oh shit, this is going to be funny. But yes, the proper.
Right. We'll touch base on some of the stuff that, what I did while we were over in San Diego later on. We've got a lot more things to go through. On my flight, we hit tier 3. While I was on my plane home, we hit tier 3 on the Steam unlock. So
it went really fast the last few days, and
yeah,
I really hope that is due to everyone deciding to order Defiance and not the fact that tier 2 and tier 3 were just a lot smaller than tier 1.
Well, I think, and this is kind of a thing that usually happens with Steam. The only really big exception I've seen was with BioShock Infinite, which hit tier 3 like 2 or 3 weeks before the game was released. By the way, amazing game.
I'm kind of sucked that I didn't pre-order that one because I ended up buying it.
Yeah. I won't go into how much I love that game because that would take me all episode. But normally, what happens with the tiered system on Steam is you'll see it it'll be going slow or whatever, and then like a week or so before the game comes out, it's going to shoot up. And I think I mentioned this last or the episode number 7, is that a lot of people, because with Steam you pay for the game when you pre-order it. I think a lot of people wait till like a week or so before to pre-order it because you're going to get the rewards anyway, and there's no point in shelling out $60 a month earlier than you could have. So I think that, and I mean I'm sure that a lot of it was people seeing, oh, it looks like we're actually going to hit tier 2, tier 3, so they went ahead and ordered. I'm sure that has something to do with it, but it's still normal for a game to shoot up in pre-orders a week or so before it gets launched on Steam. And also, it didn't really help that BioShock Infinite came out literally a week before this, which is another game that a lot of people are buying. So
we get quite a hefty lot of things now. That's quite a hefty lot of things.
Yes.
What a phrase.
I had to go through all of them last night to remind myself because I bought the deluxe edition on Steam, so I get like 15 things for pre-ordering in the deluxe edition.
So basically, you will log in and your inventory will be full. Yay!
Well, yes and no, because I actually asked while we were over, while I was over there, how the receiving of items will work, and it's going to come through your shop.
Yeah.
When you create a character, there was a claim, a claim thing in the bottom left. So that's where your items are going to come from, and it's on the account. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be on every single character that you make.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
They said it was account wide. There's a few other games that have done like that, and it seems to be the best choice. I think Secret World did it like that. It's the newest one I can think of. So that's good.
Right. Yeah. So I don't really want to list it, but you get a shed load of inventory, an ATEX growler, an RM NORAD, a discount on the season pass, some XP boost, and a copy of Rift Storm Legion, and a few other outfits and titles and weapons and.
I just counted the total that you get if you bought the pre-order the digital deluxe edition on Steam. 25 items, and that's counting the games that you get with it.
That is very nice.
Now, okay, this actually brings up an interesting point. I kind of see that as a dirty market, and nothing to do with Trion, more to do with Steam. I see that as a dirty marketing tactic, because there is literally a better reason to buy it from Steam than there is to buy it from someplace like, GameStop. Or that's not a good example because there are other digital distributors.
Though,
Yeah, but I'm talking digital. Like I think is Origin selling it maybe.
Origins is, but I think they've just got the normal.
I mean,
and
talk about dirty marketing tricks. I mean, well, come on. I rather see Steam do it.
Well, it's not that, but the thing is, there's literally a better reason to buy it from Steam.
Yeah.
And it's not down to preference. There is factually you get more if you buy the game from Steam. It's logical.
Right. How many items did you say you get?
You get 25 if you pre-order the digital deluxe edition.
Is that items or is that including titles?
That's everything, not just items.
Right, because I just noticed, from playing the beta and playing as much as me and Cal have, inventory is is really scarce. Now, if you pre-ordered the deluxe, you get 15 extra slots.
It is scarce, but it's not annoyingly so.
I know that I maxed out so many times.
Yes. But,
I didn't have that problem.
It takes you like what a few minutes every 90 minutes if you're actively doing missions and such to clean up your inventory. That is not that much of a big deal to me.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Here's the thing for you. Break down your items into arc salvage or sell the items for scrip.
Yeah, that.
Which one?
Yeah, I sold them, most of them. But that's only because I didn't really get into the modding and salvaging items.
In the beta weekend, I was trying to keep the stream going, so I was selling them because that took me 2 clicks less. So I was just selling them to keep the action going on screen. I will be salvaging them post-launch.
Yeah, it's a good way to get your lockboxes.
Correct.
If you get the tech, because I think as it stood in the beta, a standard item gave you 250 arc salvage, and you need 1,000 for a key code and 8 for the smallest one.
So is that what that green currency was?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't figure out what that was. Now I know. Thank you.
Okay, so one of the things that we've seen during the beta weekend is you can use the green currency to buy lockboxes, which could also be bought through the microtransaction store.
And you can also buy them for scrip as well, can't you?
Yes. No. They're scrip, green currency, and the key codes.
And then
you use the green currency to get the key codes, and then the key codes and the scripts to get the lockboxes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's going to be depending on how many drops you get, because I think the lowest nomination was 250 arc salvage that I saw. So 4 weapons, 4 items to get 1 key code. So, and you need 8 for the small one. So somebody work the math out on that, maybe. I don't know.
Not at the moment. It's possible.
No. But you get some good items from those lockboxes.
Well, yes and no. I mean, this is something that people who are watching me on stream got I almost mad over. They instantly went from, wait, you can buy them with bits, which is the in-game the real money currency. Wait, but then that makes the game pay to win, and then I opened 20 in a row and showed them that some of the crap that came out of the bad logbox, and they were like, okay, so it's not a lockbox, it's a
completely random.
So it's the fact that it's completely random really doesn't. It's a fun thing to do and it's a fun thing to have, but it's really not necessary.
I could see it being addictive to some people.
So basically, every time I open one, I'm going to get a bunch of useless shit, just like I do in other MMOs
Well,
that have random boxes.
right, there is a thing because you've also got the synergy mods bits,
Yes.
which, from my understanding and from other people I've spoke to, their understanding is that the synergy mod slots are like I don't know end raid gear. Do you know from WoW where you have
Sets of
different bonuses? Yeah, your sets. You got your set bonus.
yeah.
That's what I believe that is anyway. I
Okay.
could be mistaken,
Or
but that's what I'm pretty
well,
sure it is.
I would assume so because there's no armor or gear per se in
Yeah.
Defiant. It's just the weapons and the perks that you have
They're
selected.
really rare as well, getting the same mods.
Yeah, I didn't really mess around with that many mods. I didn't want to take the time to do that. It'd be something that I'd get into after launch. But from what I could tell, you could, yeah, a lot of mods, lots of mods.
So now we've got the issue of it's a couple of days to launch. How are we going to get the client?
I've already got my client.
I already got my client.
I
You,
pretty much already have my
if
client
you,
as well.
well, a lot of people couldn't find the CD key button on Steam. That was an issue.
Well, yeah, and there is currently going on a little issue where Steam seems to have run out of keys or something like that for certain regions. But
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the majority just couldn't find the button.
yeah.
Which is,
Some people
I,
needed
I
to
always find
reset
that weird.
their Steam client to do
Well,
it.
to be honest, someone had to actually tell me where the button, how to get my CD key, because I was looking for the old location
Yeah,
where you
right
go
clicking
to
on it.
the bar on the top, and then you go to view my CD keys, and you can then see the
Okay,
CD keys.
I was right clicking on the game, and they took that away too. You used to be able to right click on the game, and
Yes,
it would open up the
yes.
same window that little button
So
does now.
I
I didn't
do
see
think
that
that.
until a day after I pre-ordered.
Oh, calm
Ooh,
down.
rage, rage.
Why did they remove that? I almost didn't enter my code. God.
I am right in saying that you can just go to your library, click on the game, and click.
No,
Or
no.
am I wrong now?
Yes, you're wrong now.
Oh, so
Click
where is
the
it?
button on the right side of
You,
the screen.
there, Steam added a new link overview with every page game you select in your library, and there now is the button there.
I never look over there.
Get your CD key, and Steam probably
there.
did it to like put it always in view and get it all easy in the same location.
But they didn't
But for
make it
people
easy.
for
Right,
the people who've been using Steam for ages,
Yes.
we usually right click it or we use the option on top.
Yeah.
right. Where's this thing?
Okay, so you click on the game, right?
Right.
In your Steam
I'm on
library.
BioShock Infinite.
Okay, but you might not have one for BioShock Infinite.
Oh, all right.
It's only
Borderlands.
for game. Do you have Arma?
See, it's there. It's there. CD key in the links on the right hand side
Yeah,
where I've always
Yes.
got
on
it.
the right. No, but the
No,
thing is, it used to be you used to be able to right click on the game in the list and click on View CD keys, and that is where I always went to get my CD keys. So when I right clicked on Defiance, I thought, oh, they haven't given us the keys yet. So
I have to say, Matt seems really passionate about this topic. I wonder why. I've never seen him
because there's
Head
no
up.
reason for
so
them to move
alive.
it. There was no reason for them to.
All I know is he's going to have to go through this podcast and change the entire volume levels on this in some places.
I just tell it to automatically equalize the volume levels.
Right.
So when I start yelling, you just hear me get quiet.
Right, so preload. You can do it via Steam. Have Steam actually kicked out their preload stuff yet?
No,
Did they? Because I can't click. Yeah, okay.
no, they did not.
What?
Right, because they've been it's been said that they'll release that when they release that kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
Yes. So to preload it at the moment for those listening, is you go to Steam, you access your CD key as
by
Matt
clicking
just
on the
explained
links
in
button.
Then you go to your Tryon account page. You either create an account if you're new to Tryon, or you log into with your existing account, and then you apply the code to your current account. After you've did that, you have in your game overview, you click PC Defiance, and then you can pre-download the client. You can log in and you can just patch. Patch speeds are awesome. I actually maxed my download speed this time, so I'm really happy to see that they sorted that out.
Okay, that's pretty much the same if you pre-ordered it from Tryon as well, isn't it?
Yes, it's exactly the same, although then it is already there for you because you don't have to apply the code, I believe.
If you bought it digitally and you have your code already, you can pretty much download the game.
Right. I don't know what's happened. Well, yeah, I pre-ordered mine from Amazon, so I haven't got a code.
Yeah, I don't
So
think Amazon's going to give it to you till like midnight tomorrow.
no. So basically, when I went and downloaded the PC version for my laptop, I got the message, you're not eligible for the download because my account hasn't been flagged for it.
Did you pre-order the Ultimate Edition from
Yes, I did.
From where?
You know about
From
the
where?
shipping situation?
Yes, I do. For anybody that doesn't know, there was I believe Amazon has foobarred their delivery schedules up, and the game has apparently not being released. Well, we're not getting it till the 12th.
Oh, that sucks.
I think. Although I got an email saying it's already been dispatched.
Well, they may have
that sounds
resolved
promising.
it. They may have resolved it.
Yeah, they may have
Although
resolved
it's
it.
Easter, so that's probably why it's
yeah, I'll be getting it. That's why people over here in the UK, they've pre-ordered it from Game, and they've got it halfway through last week. They got it like Wednesday.
Yeah, which makes sense because it's Easter.
Yeah, you can also go to some of the supermarket stores that pick it up. I've had people messaging me today on Twitter going, I bought this from Asda. Why can't I play it? Have I been duped? It's like, no, the servers ain't live.
How, if they're selling, I can understand selling the game early because of Easter and all, which it still doesn't make any sense because if they have the game in stock, then there's really no reason for them to sell it before it's released. But I know stores do this anyway. It happens all over the planet with game stores. But if they do sell it early, they should tell you, hey, you can't play yet. So don't get mad at people that have nothing to do with Tryon.
I was sitting there and I was speaking to Sledgehammer, and the amount of emails and PMs and stuff that he was getting saying the servers are down. Can you please turn them on, or why are they down? It's like, well, they're not even released yet.
We want you to Sledgehammer to personally go and turn on the servers for this one guy. I can't understand what, and I honestly don't know if it's people that genuinely don't know, or if they think that the way an MMO works, as long as you have the game, you can play it. That's not how MMOs work.
It's a little bit of both, I think, and also I also think at the end of the day, people don't care. They bought the game, so they want to play the game. It's the same with beta invites. People got their beta invites, so they want to play the beta. If the server's down, then that will fix it then, and that means that any person of Tryon at that point, in their eyes, is able to fix it, no matter what time of the day or whatever.
What do you do? Oh, you run the Twitter account, fix my problem.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of
I feel bad for the people that run Twitter accounts.
That was kind of the vibe I got from certain people who were watching my stream the other day, which I think is a real shame because
I'll
those
tell you
people
who I
don't really deserve that shit.
I'll tell you who I really feel bad for. The person that runs the SimCity Twitter account and the person that runs the EA Games Twitter account. Because
they're usually the community managers anyway, so they have
it is part of the job though, sadly. I think
one of the job requirements for community managers is a high enough self-esteem that way you don't want to start cutting yourself because people are constantly yelling at you for problems you have no ability to solve.
Right, before we start going way far off topic.
Sorry. I thought that maybe a little bit too dark.
Do you know what just sprang into mind? Emo community managers.
Oh, I can name a few.
No, we're not going to. No. But anyway, with Steam reaching the third tier unlock, we now have a discount on the season pass
Can
on
I really
Steam.
not name a few?
No, you're not going to name any.
Let's not get into that. Some people view that as an insult. Those people are stupid. Sorry. Let's continue. So the season pass right now for Defiance on Steam is 25% off, which is $10 off. That was because we reached tier 3 for the Defiance pre-orders. Now, here's something I don't know genuinely. Does that only apply to people that have pre-ordered the game on Steam?
No,
No,
because
it's just on sale
I have a
on Steam.
discount of it for $18.49 at the moment.
Okay, here's
Yes.
another question. Because it's labeled as a DLC on Steam, can you buy it on Steam without having the game on Steam?
Now that I don't know.
I don't think you can, because normally with things that
Well,
because
it doesn't. Oh, it says requires base
oh yeah, it does say that
base
right there in
game on
front of my
Defiance
face.
on
It
Steam.
says that right in front of my face. So yeah, you do have to have the game on.
Okay, this is weird. Oh no, season pass. Okay, right. I was on the season pass. I got worried there. It said available April 5th. I was like, what? The
Yeah,
game releases on the 2nd.
I find it interesting that they're. I mean, I don't know if that even means anything. Maybe you won't get the code until April 5th.
Yeah.
I don't.
Mine comes with my Ultimate Edition, so I don't get it till April 12th.
I mean, I haven't bought the season. I haven't bought the season pass yet, so I don't know how that works. I will be buying it though. Maybe if I can find $30 laying around.
But no. So 10% off at the moment,
20.
which puts. Sorry. Right, I've got 26% off.
That's because you're using that weird currency.
So in the UK, right, you're saying weird currency. All your notes are exactly the same size. That's stupid.
Yeah, and we also. Yeah, and. Oh
That's
yeah. Well, check this out. The
we
dime,
have two
which
P's. I
is
know.
the dime, which is smaller than, which is worth more than the nickel, is smaller than the nickel. I don't understand that.
Why is it that I cannot go off topic, but you guys can just chat about currency? I'm just saying.
Look, the Canadian currency is called the loonie, so we don't have anything to complain about.
Right, we're just gonna keep going. Right, talking about release dates and stuff like that. The game is set for. Well, they've said the servers are going to be live at 12:01 EST time.
And I will be changing my sleep schedule for that.
And I guess that's regardless of what the patcher says
Well,
right now. Have they said anything about what the patcher says?
I haven't the foggiest. I got told 12:01.
It may just be an old message.
That's 6 a.m. your time anyway, Cal.
Just wake up
Yeah,
early.
so
Go to
change
bed
my
early,
sleep
wake up early.
schedule.
Go to bed early, wake up early.
Yeah. So it's 5 a.m. GMT and it's 9 p.m. PST on that would be on the first, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So they actually get the game.
That's interesting because normally US midnight releases get released at midnight Pacific time. But
So
it's
have
happened
to see
before.
that one.
Yeah, this has happened before though. It's not like this is the first time this has happened. There have been other games that have done this where they release it at midnight Eastern time, and then the people on the West Coast get it a day before it's technically released.
Well, especially with the with an MMO, I mean, you also have to take into account logistics.
Yeah.
If you have
Where
people working on the East Coast, then might or on the
West Coast.
on whichever coast, then it might be more fortunate to release it like a few hours before midnight in that specific area. At least that would make sense, in my opinion.
Right. So
Yeah.
get your sleep cycle sorted and get ready to game as of 12:01 EST.
I feel like once again, you two are getting screwed over, but I'm not because I can just stay up as late as I normally do.
Yeah, but then again, I got two kids, so I'll be up probably around that time anyway. So
Fair point.
I get until I start my new job anyway.
Fair point.
That's the
And
really
it's a
annoying
game
thing.
land,
Yeah,
so I don't really care.
it's a really annoying thing. I start a brand new job on launch day, so I'm doing like 12-hour days. Yay for me. Okay, let's see what else we have. Yeah, by the way, while I was on a plane, they found 20 art codes to make it 120. That was like
Yeah, they actually found a lot more.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I actually finally put them all in today.
Did you get the book?
Yeah,
What?
I did. There's a bug where it doesn't show that you've unlocked all the stuff. Like right
But you
now,
should still get them.
Yeah, you should get them at launch. That's what they've been saying. But right now, the last 3 unlocks are still listed as being locked on mine. But it does say 120 out of 120 codes. So I'm assuming
Oh,
that they know
that
about it.
that that's the only thing I looked at. As if it says 120, I'm not really worried about if it shows it's unlocked or not.
And if it doesn't, we will
Because
be sure
that's
to
the only
yell.
thing that matters.
If it doesn't work, we will be sure to yell at someone that has absolutely nothing to do with that part of the game.
There is about 135, I think, at the moment, maybe 133. As at this time, anyway.
Yeah,
There are still people trying to say they've inputted every single one that's come out, which is physically impossible.
yeah. Right now the spreadsheet that I think people have been going off of is listed as 134, which is
So
yeah. So it's
I
funny.
don't.
I still think it's an extremely successful and fun way to involve the community into
Yeah.
a scavenger hunt around the internet.
I have to say it's one of the best. Well, it's classed as a marketing campaign, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm, do you have any idea who came up with the idea in general? Was that community management or PR?
I have no idea.
Because I would actually look forward to more games doing it like this. Because it does kind of create a bond between like people on the forums, people coming in. I mean, the entire beta weekend, almost nothing else was being talked about in my stream chat as do you have this code yet? Do you have that code yet? Have you looked there yet? Have you look there yet? So I think it was a really interesting campaign.
Well,
So
if you have a look at the main thread, it's got a
Jesus.
1,400,
Yeah.
Yes.
1,412 pages,
Pages.
which is
14,000.
14,110 replies with over 650,000 views.
That is ridiculous.
And that's a hell of a lot better than a silly three-word forum thread.
Yeah, and it's funny because you see like, here's a thread that has 110 views, 9 replies, 36 replies, 1,200 reviews or 1,200 views, 14,000 replies, 600,000 views. That thread, that's ridiculous. I think that may be the most pages I have ever seen in a forum thread in my life.
And some people have made their names on the forums because of it, like what's his name, Dark Phoenix. He was a hell of an arc hunter for finding codes. He was one of the original ones, I believe.
Yeah, who was the guy that started the
Dead
first
Phoenix,
spreadsheet?
sorry.
Oh yeah, Dead Phoenix. Okay, I was thinking.
Yeah, that
Not Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
Right, I'm just looking at the tags for the thread. Bleeding Eyes Club, Delusion, Eat Possible Codes, Hiders, Fear at the Codes, Give Me Codes or Burn.
Hallucinations. Hell Beetle. What? Hell Beetle.
So there's also been a few threads that have popped up on the forums asking, is it worth putting in these codes? There is one word answer to this, and it's plain and simply yes.
Yeah.
It takes you 3 minutes to do, and you get a bunch of free stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes no effort to do. Well, I mean, it takes a little bit of effort to do.
You get some nice titles, you get some weapons, you get some weapon skills. And now, if you played beta, you knew how long it could take to unlock a skill, especially if it's something that you don't use very much. So there is always a bonus for doing that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely worth it. Definitely.
Now, did anybody watch the live stream on Friday? Or seen any recordings?
The last one I've seen was with Grant, so I have not.
Yeah, I did watch that. Oh, that's something we can mention.
Actually, that was the unboxing video, right?
Yes.
I've seen part of it, but I was streaming at the same time, so with a half eye and half ear, basically.
Yeah, they did a live unboxing of it on Friday, and it was the Ultimate Edition, and it looked sweet.
Almost bought
I really liked it. You almost bought it.
Almost
I bought it. I've seen it with my own eyes while I was over there, and there is some really nice things on
I
it.
had it. I had it ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I wish I bought it still, but I would have been in full panic mode at this point because I'm pretty sure that I would have had the same issue with it arriving late.
As
Yeah.
I am gonna have, yeah.
I had
Which
it.
I kind of called like 4 months in ahead or something like that. So at this
Yeah,
point,
you did mention that
yeah,
a long
I'm
time
I'm
ago.
I'm I'm kind of happy I went with the Steam.
I know,
Steam.
but I'm a sucker for collector's editions
I
and
know.
a sucker for the price that it was at.
I might just hunt down a copy of it like
A month or two later.
after launch.
Well, it's like what I did with that game that Who Shan't Be Named. I couldn't afford the collector's edition, which I had pre-ordered, so I cancelled that, bought the standard, and then found one about a month later for like a fraction of the price.
Yeah,
So
not that I play World of Warcraft or anything, but I picked up the collector's edition for it for like
I'm pretty
$40.
sure he did not mean World of Warcraft.
yes,
No,
did not mean that.
no, I know what he was talking about, but I'm referring to World of Warcraft.
Okay. I was about to say.
Also, I think okay, so yeah, what I was gonna say, I had the Ultimate Edition pre-ordered from GameStop until about a week and a half ago, and then I thought, do I really want to spend that extra $70? Which that was including like shipping and tax and stuff. I thought, well, no. So then I canceled it and pre-ordered the digital deluxe from Steam. I'm
That's
not.
what gets me with the American pre-order system, is that you pay for the game, then you have to pay the tax on it.
Yeah. Amazon is the only big company, and Steam actually. I know that they don't actually charge you tax for stuff that you buy, but GameStop does. GameStop sure does. They want to take all the money you can give them, even though it doesn't
Well,
go to
maybe
them.
I'm confused, but tax is just included in all our prices.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. I actually do know that
So
little bit about your currency.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I do find weird, that it's included in ours but isn't in theirs.
Also, don't they just deduct what you have to pay for taxes from your checks? From your like when you
yes,
see
if
once
you're
again, that's
if you're working, yes.
so much better than what we have to do. We have to go and do all that crap manually or pay someone else to do it.
Well,
Yeah, we get
that's why
our.
almost while a very large population of your country owes money.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I'm not even going to get started on healthcare. Let's move on.
Yeah. Right, we've had a few things confirmed this week. It's been said that, well, it's been confirmed that the ego rating is going to be 5,000 for launch. Now, they've been saying that for a while, but they've been saying it as more as not confirmed. So we've got a 5,000 ego rating. So how long is that going to take people to do?
I don't know, man. I think I read something the other day where BioWare expected it to take people months to get to level 50, and then it
Oh,
went
I've
around,
seen that interview.
and it took them
Yeah.
like a day to,
Oh.
not a day, but it took people like 2 or 3 days to do it.
I mean, I think
It depends if people are going to do all the pursuits and the side
But
missions
I
and
mean,
everything like that.
getting to that maximum ego rating is probably going to take you getting all the pursuits, getting all your skill levels up, meaning you have to max all weapons.
Hmm.
So that is just going to take a lot longer than say do 50 levels, because 50 levels is just get the XP, get to the
Yeah,
next level, get the XP,
grind,
get to the next level,
Yeah,
grind,
but
grind.
I think
and
for the average person though, I think it'll actually take less time. And the reason I say that is because getting to level 50 is a lot more boring than getting to ego rating 5,000 because of the different things that you're doing. I am still not level 50 in Tor. It took me 3.5 years to get to level 50 in City of Heroes back when I played
he
that.
named it.
Why? Because it was boring. Leveling is boring, and it shouldn't have been boring in Tor, but it was. So eat it, Bioware. But the thing is, though, but in Defiance, you're doing things like, pursuits and races and getting different weapons. Once again, it's a
Shoot the
shooter.
chickens.
Shoot all of the chickens. All of the chickens will be dead, and all of
Oh,
those
that
weird
one
cow
annoys me
things.
so much.
I
The farmers always get in the way.
Yeah, and I actually asked. That is one thing that I actually asked because I hate that one. It's like I could never even get a bronze medal, and it's like, how do you do it? It's like, well, you got to do it faster and don't shoot the farmers. It's like,
Don't shoot the.
yeah, I knew that.
I
It's like
figured that one out.
the
Yeah,
farmers shouldn't be walking in front of my gun. If I'm going to get shot, if I'm going to get shot, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, another one that's been commented on is region locking. Now, this has caused quite a stir on the forums, hasn't it?
Anything
Yeah, I
causes
have
a
no idea
stir on
why
the
though.
forums. Yeah, it's
Yeah. Well,
if
it's not so
It's
much the
normal, right?
right.
Defiance launch is nothing different than any other console game,
Yeah.
unless I misunderstand something.
Well, there is that where when you play like COD and stuff like that, you can play on other regions. It's like a global matchmaking, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Now,
It is.
with PC, we've got our North American and our EU servers.
Wait, no,
PS3,
it might not be. No, I think Cal might be right
No,
because
it's not.
the 360s in the UK in Europe are different than the 360s in the US.
All the
yeah,
consoles are region locked, and that's because they're actually different consoles.
yeah, they're different formats, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, but anyway,
Okay.
they're NA and EU for PC. PS3 will be region locked, but they're trying to figure out how to make the Xbox not region locked, but they've got to undo shed loads of stuff that's already been hard coded in.
I
So
honestly don't. That's interesting. So the PS3 and the PC are not region locked, meaning that you can
no,
create.
PS3
Oh,
is region locked.
PS3 is region locked. Okay. So right now the computer is the only one you can play where you can play on either European or
Yeah,
North American servers if you want to. Okay.
but they're looking to try and make the Xbox not region locked.
Have they said anything
As
about the
as
PS3?
No.
Okay.
as awesome as that is, though, do console players really care?
Yes,
It's
they're
not
the
Yeah.
something they're
ones.
used to.
Yeah,
Do not
they're the
say that.
ones that are moaning about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but on a
because
forum, everyone moans. So
Yeah. But
the
the
thing
thing
is
is,
though,
what they're not going to realize is that it's going to lag like hell.
no, it's not. Come
You
on,
think?
we've played on American servers.
Yeah, but
Vita was
that's on
hosted.
PC.
Yeah, but how does that matter?
yeah, but
Well,
the
with the console, you've got to go through the company's gateway and then onto the servers.
That shouldn't matter that much.
that shouldn't matter that much. The only time that would really be a big issue is if you were playing a game like COD where the servers are hosted by the people playing.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
when you're
I mean,
connecting to a dedicated
yeah.
server like with Defiance, I don't think that'll cause a big of a problem. Of course, there's going to be a little bit
I,
of a
I,
peak
I,
difference.
I actually don't even think that they'd first have to go through the in this case the Microsoft Live service.
I don't
Yeah.
think they do either.
Well, no, they've got to because they got to incorporate all the friends system and everything like that. All the
Is that
friends lists.
incorporated?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how you make your groups.
oh. Well,
I see.
okay, never mind. Retract
I
everything
need to
me and
play
Cal
more
just said.
Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, yeah, so
Yeah,
you do have to go
it,
through
the majority basis of most online game, well, for every game that goes through the console and goes through both the PS3 and the console, they have to have integrated friend system. You have to be able to chat with your friends, invite your friends into the game, have access to the whole dashboard and everything like that while you're still got the game running. So that's where a lot of the stuff comes from. That is the prerequisites for most games on the console.
Well, the only reason I think me and Cal got a little bit yeah about that was because really there's only been two MMOs on consoles. Two
Yeah,
major,
true.
three, sorry, I keep forgetting about DC Universe. So, Defiance, DCUO, and Final Fantasy,
Yeah,
which is only on the PS3.
but it's being looked at for trying to get it not locked for the Xbox. So we'll have to see on that. And if they don't do it before launch and they do it after launch, we're gonna have to see how they deal with the separations of characters if they're gonna allow people to transfer and such like that. That'll be
Um,
interesting.
I still think
Oh,
that it would be cool to. I honestly, and I don't know if one of you can explain this to me. I don't see the problem with having different servers but where you can play on both servers.
What, with the same character?
With the same character. Like, okay, I'm on the North American server, no problem. I can leave and then
Because
sign in.
they're okay. I see where you're coming from. Because they're physically different servers on physical locations. You're talking about separate databases. So your character data has to physically be transferred from one point in the world to another, which
But
is basically database transaction.
but with
So
cloud storage, is that really a big deal now?
you don't want to run a game on cloud storage,
No.
and that's
Look at how
cloud
DayZ
storage
went.
is still somewhere in the world. It's not like suddenly it's on the internet. It's still physically in a location, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
matter
understand.
where it is.
It has to get
And
sent from one location to
you
another. I
cannot
understand that.
I mean, a database transaction cannot be stored in a cloud because you're picking like
Oh no, I
say
understand that. That would be a terrible
so
idea.
you need to move the entity of your character from Europe to the USA. Now there are ways to do that, but for a game, to be honest, I don't think it's worth the effort.
No. It'd also take too long, in my opinion, anyway.
Well, I mean, databases
I
aren't
mean,
that large. No, well, hold on. Don't.
Well,
what?
I shouldn't have said that.
What?
I shouldn't have said that.
quiet.
But for a single character, it shouldn't be that much information.
Right.
Is what I was
It,
trying to say.
it is and it
Actually
isn't.
think you'd be surprised. I
Yeah.
I
actually
might
think
be
you'd be
surprised.
surprised.
I mean,
There,
But
there will be that transfer time in there because when you sign off of one character, if you say we're playing on the North American server and you had a friend log in on the European server and you go, right, I'm going to go join him, your character will not be accessible straight away on that other side because of the transfer times and everything like that.
it's not only that, but it's also syncing the two databases with each other. Because say you go from EU to the USA and you decide to an hour later go back, then your changes from that were made on the USA database need to be synced back to the EU database. Now those are quite complex operations if your character is also interacting with other characters and say there are trade logs going on. So then when you transfer that character, those trade logs suddenly don't make sense anymore. So there's a lot of extra stuff that doesn't really make it that intuitive to build, I think.
Yeah.
all right. Well, I guess we can all agree that at the very least, it's kind of sweet that the game isn't necessarily region locked on the computer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although
That's the most.
I still think it would be sweet if if we could just play on either server with the same character. But I understand why.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean, they did something like that for Rift, where you can just pretty much transfer your character on the fly, and it takes a few minutes to hop from one server to the other. That's basically the same situation, but
They
But
did that
but
with Guild Wars as well, didn't they?
yes,
well,
I
Guild
mean,
Wars has a really interesting thing where you can. Are the European servers different from the North
not
American
really,
servers?
not really.
Okay, well, Guild Wars has a really interesting feature where you don't actually have to switch servers. I'm pretty sure they got this in. I know it wasn't in at launch.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the guest passes.
Yeah, the guest passes where you could play as long as if you wanted to play with a friend that was on another server, you could.
But that is essentially how Defiance works as well, but within the EU, because it's still running on multiple servers. Each phase could theoretically run on a different server, and you
Yeah.
join your friend in the phase. So it's the same system, just like you don't physically see the servers or pick the servers upon account creation.
And I guess so. Are there any European servers for Guild Wars 2, or are they all North American?
No, there are plenty of European
Yeah.
servers.
Okay, then.
Right. We'll wrap this bit up here because we're taking this way out of proportion. Um, but yeah, to just recap, region locking for PS3 and for the Xbox as it stands, but they are looking to take that away. And for the PC, you've got your North American and your EU servers. Now, with me visiting the Trine offices, I managed to, like I was saying, interview some of the people there. And you can check that out again on our YouTube channel. It's up there at the moment. But we spoke about DLCs and the future of them. And it was quite interesting response that I got that they're not set in stone, that they're actually flexible for the community to influence, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's always good.
I mean, but yeah, but makes a lot of sense. I mean, with an MMO, basically they take the pure MMO approach, where the future is like always emotion.
Yeah.
I mean, which makes a lot of sense for Defiance as well. I mean, if you compare the shooters of Defiance, for example, to Battlefield, where all these DLCs were pretty much planned out before the game even launched, that would actually probably not really work that well for Defiance. Just
No.
simply because what is going to be in the DLCs probably has also a lot to do with the success of the upcoming months, or lack of. Say something completely goes wrong, but I don't think that will.
Yeah, they were saying that it could be anything from advancing PvP to more Arc 4 content and all that sort of stuff. We've also heard that there's a playable race coming in one of them, maybe. Now I didn't actually ask that, but that's been a rumor that's going around the internet, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, I think that was actually confirmed, but I don't know the source. So let's keep that as a rumor.
Aye. Now the other thing that I wanted to touch base on, this is basically one of the last things we're going to talk about today, is that the forums have sparked after the beta with threads that have been complaining about there's no field of view, there's no aim assist. There's no aim assist. There's a heavy aim assist,
Which you can turn off.
which you can turn off.
Okay, I actually didn't know that, so thanks for answering that question. I never bothered to look, but I did notice it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think a lot of people looked.
But I wasn't complaining. So, here we go.
No, I think it's typically on for consoles because of the way, because of how you're using the controller. But on the PC, was it on, Cal? I
Yes,
can't
it is.
remember.
It was on by default, and this is something that has been annoying me for ages because I generally do not like aim assist in my games.
Yeah,
So it was the first thing I looked for to disable, which works great. On that regard, all of you coming game on launch, make sure you put on your damage numbers. Just makes the game so much better.
yeah. You know when you're hitting. If you're not as observant as the other people, you can tell when you're hitting a crit on some things because of the noise it makes, but it's very viewable when you've got your damage numbers on.
There was an issue in the beta, which I was kind of surprised that they hadn't resolved by then. And I'm saying this because, one, because I really want it to be fixed for launch, because if it's not, I will punch a hole in my desk, my brand new desk.
Oh,
The
now I'm curious.
120 hertz monitors.
But
So,
that,
Ah,
yeah.
did they fix that? Do you guys know
um,
if they've actually? Because I didn't even see any confirmation
It
that they knew about it.
you,
they knew about it. I know that.
yes,
Okay,
they knew.
so basically, for anyone that doesn't know, anytime you had a 120 hertz monitor plugged into your computer, it didn't matter if, like, with me, with my NVIDIA card, I have to go into the NVIDIA control panel and tell it to run at 120 hertz, which is fine. I have no problem with that. And I can also set it back to 60. Well, the problem is, anytime Defiance saw that you had a 120 hertz monitor, it was going to display, and this is just what I've heard, but all I know factually is that anytime Defiance thought that you had a 120 hertz monitor plugged in, the game would crash as soon as you opened the settings menu. And the way that people had to get around this, the way I had to get around this, was one, either use an HDMI cable, which looks like crap on my monitor for whatever reason. I don't know, I honestly don't know why, but it doesn't look good. Or do what I did in that you can go into your registry and actually make your computer think that it's a 60 hertz monitor and get rid of the 120 hertz options. So basically, I had to revert, and I shouldn't have had to do that anyway, but I understand it was beta, there was bound to be some problems. But I really hope they get that fixed because I don't like playing at 60 hertz. I can actually tell the difference because I'm used to the 120 hertz, and it bothers me. So I'm hoping they have that
I'm
fixed.
pretty sure they will have fixed it, or if not, have fixed it. But I'm pretty sure they were aware of it as well.
As long as they're aware of it, because it had been there for a while, and I was surprised to see that it was still there. when
Well,
I last
it
played.
wasn't there in beta 2, and it also wasn't there in the other testing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about it too much.
It was there in the other testing when I played, but I
Right.
don't want to go into that.
The thing is, instead, this is like my kind of wish, my advice. If you do see any of these, if you do have um, a thing that you think that there are feedback forums now, post in a thread that's already covering that, like the
Yes,
field of view or the
please.
aim assist. They don't need 15 million topics saying, why isn't there a field of view slider?
Are you sure? Because I think they might. I think people, according
No.
to people, they might need 50,000 threads. No, people need to look for threads that are already pertaining to their problem before they
Yeah,
post their
they're
concerns.
they're constantly looking at the forums for this stuff, and they are taking note. I know that some of the stuff that that I asked, like the field of view, the raw input mouse settings, and all that sort of stuff, they are looking at, and they're looking to see what the community is saying about it. So just keep an eye on it. Don't go overboard. And that's pretty much everything bar two things now.
Launch plans.
We'll deal with launch plans. What are your plans then, Cal?
Wait, what, mine?
Yeah, your plans.
I don't know. I'm going to chill back, wait for the service to come up. Then, oh no, wait. So everyone probably already knows this, but last weekend I finally had the chance to stream Defiance to a pretty
38
awesome
hours.
success.
Oh yeah,
I
you
think
had a good.
I streamed 38 hours in about Friday night until Sunday morning, Monday morning.
I'd like to see you keep that up all the way through launch week.
Well, my
Yeah.
plan at the moment is the servers unlock at 6 a.m. I will be streaming a little bit before that, with a little bit of pre-launch party going on. Then I will be playing until I pretty much pass out, sleep 6 hours, get some clothes on, and I'll start to stream again. I don't know if I will be playing right away, but I will be streaming right away. So if you're awake, if you're not playing Defiance yourself, come hang out.
Even if you are.
or even if you are, yes. Being idle in my channel and keeping views up is always appreciated.
Also,
Anyway, it's going to be awesome.
Anyway.
We got giveaways, we got people coming on the stream, we got lots of plans. So come hang out.
And
Maybe
stuff.
maybe I'll give away my keychain.
For the website post launch, we're going to keep you up to date with all the patch notes and everything like that. Continue to do the community link program. We're going to we've actually we touched upon this last week. Last week, whenever we last did the podcast, we now have we've got the mobile app under the name. So version 1 should be releasing April 1st. I know of all days, but I think we're looking at releasing it April 1st, where you can catch the podcasts, check up the abilities. We're even putting the ego calculator into it as well. So if you want to test the stuff on the fly, and you can also catch the RSS feeds from the site and the dev tracker off the original from the official forums.
As far as I'm aware, though, the ego calculator will not be in on April 1st, because that's today. Well, in 6 hours.
It's in 6 hours. You'll be surprised. I'll show you the link later.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, it's here. I'm looking at it. I think.
I will. I'll set you up with the links after the podcast.
Very nice.
Right now, yeah, we'll be trying to do some giveaways and stuff like that throughout the week, and we'll also be chatting about Defiance and taking any questions if you haven't played the game. If you're a guild that's interested in the community link program, then please send us an email at community@defiance-central.com. You can go to the website and there will be information there. We're also looking for a few editors and some basically people to give us a hand on the website, as we are getting quite a lot of traffic at the moment. There's a forum post on the official forums, so go check that out. Or just send us an email. Well, send me an email at jenbuu@defiance-central.com and tell me a bit about yourself and how you'd like to help out. Other than that, Matt, where can you find us?
You can find us at twitter.com/Defiance Central. Or I should probably start off. I'm going to restart. You can find us at defiance-central.com or twitter.com/Defiance Central or youtube.com/Defiance Central TV. You can also check out what we do when we're yelling at each other on Twitter, twitter.com/Jenbuu3D, twitter.com/Defiance Cal, twitter.com/MattTrek. And also facebook.com/community.defiancecentral for our Facebook stuff. We're not too active on Facebook, unfortunately, but we'll try to change that.
Did you do YouTube?
Yeah, youtube.com/Defiance Central TV. If I forgot to do it, I apologize.
And
also, I guess I can mention this now because Cal's starting this too. Me and Cal both have YouTube channels where we upload various things. Cal does stuff from his stream. I do other stuff.
I do as well.
You forgot Jenbuu.
We all pretty much have YouTube channels that we do video game stuff for.
Sorry.
Aww.
So I feel like a dickhead now. Sorry.
Well,
that's
it's
okay.
about
We know you are.
It's about time you realised it. No, but speaking about that, if you go onto the Defiance Central TV YouTube channel, there is links to all our channels there if you want to check out what we do.
Oh yeah.
I usually just blow up cars and just big collateral damage.
Warning ahead of time: if you subscribe to Cal, you may get 10 videos in your feed at the same time.
I do all my highlights at once. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Right, that's episode number 9 done.
Oh, there is one more thing I want to say before we stop, and I only want to say this because we get messages on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. We are not in any way affiliated with Tryon Worlds, so we can't help you with certain issues that you may be experiencing.
I can try, but I cannot not fix the Tryon servers for you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. But
we can tell you things about the game that we know, but we are not.
Although, I would prefer if you guys would, if you need someone to shout at us and not at the Tryon community managers. Thank you.
Yeah.
That we can take it. That's okay.
Well,
just
rate it. You don't need to shout at me and Robin. You can shout at Matt, right?
Just me. Just shout at me because I'm English. If you're ever angry, just shout at twitter.com/MattTrek, youtube.com/MattTrek. Just shout at me there, and it'll be fine.
Right. So now this is the end of podcast 9.
Are we sure?
I think we're sure.
I think we're sure.
Right. The next one you will be hearing from us will be from launch week, most likely.
And we may,
depending on my sleep schedule.
Yes.
I don't know.
I might be really, really tired for that.
We may even make it a live one. I'm not sure.
We'll have to. We'll see what happens. But
anyway, I'm Jenbuu. So thank you very much, and Cal and Matt, say your goodbyes. You don't want to.
See you guys on Tuesday.
See you guys later.
Take care, guys.